Alright everyone, how is it going? You have just watched the ending of Harvest Moon Back to Nature, which also marks the completion of my walkthrough of my master walkthrough of Harvest Moon Back to Nature. You probably hear me for the first time because I decided not to do commentary for the whole of the playlist, but I think I decided to give a commentary on the ending video to give you an overview what I have been doing so far for the past 55 videos. So here it is. I'm married with Karen, my wife, and I married at winter of the first year, so that we actually have our son here, which is named Junior. He was born in fall 23rd of the second year, so he is walking now. Alright, and then I will give a overview of the completion of the game. So the guide, the master walkthrough guide I'm following is from Skyrender. You can access the link to the guide in the description below. So the guide actually managed to compress everything into a first year. So that means you have done everything up until marriage in by the end of the first year. But after that, after playing that, I figured out that I want to try to play the game all the way to the completion of the percentage, which is here. You can see the completion of the game is 88% for this version of the game. Because this copy of the game is PAL version or the Europe version, if you say, so it does not count the power berry as a percentage. But if you are playing the NTSC version, it should count to 98%. So the completions, the whole completion you can actually see from this summary page here. You have 10 power berries, which should count, and then you have 100% of house expansion, 64 recipe, which counts to the 8% because 8 recipe gives you 1% of completion, and then 10 hearts of wife, 10 hearts of your son, 10 hearts of the dog and horse, and then owning 10 of chickens and 20 of cattle. So it doesn't really matter whether you buy cow or sheep, but as long as you have 20 of the cattle, then it will count as the percentage. So it totals to 98%. Also, it's if you see here, I have 6 legendary fish prints down below, which is also it's not counted as a percentage, but it's a nice completion task in the game as well. And I have personally made the money to be exactly 700,000 gold, which actually satisfies my OCD. And then if you see the crops shipped, basically I have shipped 101 of each basic crops of the season. This is because we need to unlock the special crops, which is strawberry in spring, pumpkin in the summer, and then spinach for the fall. And we need these 3 crops to do all the recipes. So if you don't unlock these 3 crops, then you will not be able to complete the 8% of the recipe, and in turn you need to plant 101 of each crops anyway. And then I have all 10 chickens and 3 golden chickens. So we actually buy our first chicken at the second day of the game. You can go watch the first video of the playlist to see how I actually make it. And so we have 3 chickens winning the chicken festival. We already win the chicken festival in the first year. If you see why the heart level is 9, is -1 for today, because I actually took the chicken out yesterday on the winter. So actually I did not really feed the chicken on the winter. You will see how why I did it after this. Same goes for the cows. I actually took the cows out, and then so because it is winter, they cannot feed on the grass, so it counts as you actually did not feed them for 1 day. But it will naturally raise by itself after spring, so don't worry about it. And we only have 2 golden cows here because we cannot participate in the first year. I think if you really want to do it, you can buy a cow on the second day perhaps, but I think it will be a race to it will be difficult to raise the hard level to 10 by the summer 20 of the first year. Yeah, I think it will be a tough job, right? And then Harvest Sprites, we have all of them are in full hearts, and they are very experienced as well, because we actually engage their help a lot during the first year with so much of the harvesting and watering happening. Yep. And then if you see, basically I have nothing, because for the past 2 years of simply completing the game, I pretty much already settled and done everything that I could have done. So I actually did not really need to buy anything or spend anything. And because I also automate my farm a lot, so that I actually do not really need to do anything. I can just sleep all the way through the season. So basically the summer and fall there's nothing there. And you see the winter, actually I decided to maybe I should make some money, and then all this money, 14 which is basically 140k gold, comes from exclusively from harvesting pineapples in my hothouse. Yeah, you will see this later on. And then everything, of course, all the tools are Mistral. So yeah, this is the basically all the things that you can do in the game. Maybe if I want to, I can actually buy all the chicken feed and cow feed to be all 999, and then maybe fish a little bit more, so that I can also have 99 fish. At some point in this playlist, actually we also already have 99 fish in the pond, but because we need to ship 200 fish for the legendary requirement, one of the legendary fish requirements. So I actually took some of the fish out from the pond. Yeah, but I don't really bother to actually fish again because it takes too much time. Okay, let me give you a tour of my farm then. I don't know whether the mayor will still come today, but we will see. Apparently not. Okay. Yeah. So if you have a good relationship with the villagers, they will send you greetings and birthday greetings in your post. So you see here, I have from Doctor and Ellie, from Saibara, from May, from Barley also, and then from, who is this? Thomas and Harris. So this is Mayor and the policeman. Harvest Sprites and Cliff. Yeah, I give Cliff a job, And Jeff from the supermarket. Well, Jeff is technically my father-in-law. And Basil and Anna. Wow, this is actually Mary's parents, And yeah, this is cool. Anna and Duke, that's good. Yeah, that's all. Maybe I miss quite a lot of people actually. Well, maybe they will send a postcard tomorrow. Okay, let's call our dog here. This is my dog. This is Bro. And then let's call the horse. Where's my horse? Here you go. Here's my horse. Dude, let me give you a quick tour of my farm. Maybe let's go to the hothouse and then see. This is basically my money-making business right here. This is a maximum amount of pineapple that you can put inside the hothouse. So you have 49 tiles, and then you have 7 holes basically for you to jump in and jump out. And that leaves you with 42 pineapples, which gives you a steady income, of about 20k every 5 days if you consistently watering it. So this is a very nice source of money. And of course the cows and chickens also gives a lot of money, but at this point of the guide we don't really need too much money actually. Oh, maybe we can actually go to the bird's eye view of the map to see. So here I actually decided to plant almost all my farms with grass, because simply it provides the food for the cows, and also it prevents the stray weeds that I really don't like. So actually planting them with grass makes it really so nice. And then you see the middle part here is basically the pasture for the cows. So the grass part here needs to be mature. So that means you can sickle cut the grass. That means so that the cow can actually eat it. And this is the chickens area. I also planted the chickens area with grass because the weed keeps growing and it's actually making me so annoyed. So I have tested that even if you plant grass on the chicken area, the chicken will still be able to feed themselves. So that is okay. And the small part near the harvest bin, I actually originally intended to plant flowers on it, but in the end decided too lazy to water, and then let's just plant it with grass. So yeah, it's very nice actually when everything is grass. Now you can see that the grass here, apparently after winter the grass is not in the fully mature state, so that means these cows will not be able to eat for some time. Yeah, but it's really nice to have cows outside because it is very it's a wide area, it's a bigger area, you can move more freely with less collisions, because the collision mechanics in this game is quite annoying also. And then for the chickens, yeah, chickens are pretty low maintenance, you know, so that you can just leave them outside. So why I actually leave them outside? Because I want to automate the farm. When we leave them outside, they will take care of themselves, they don't need to be fed, so you don't need to spend time to actually go to the chicken coop and then put all these chicken feed one by one to the box. So this saves you a lot of time, right? And then you just leave them out. Same goes for the cows, and especially feeding the cows with 20 big cows in a small barn makes it so difficult. Yeah, so basically I really don't like to do that. So the only thing is that you must not have rain, because if you keep the animals outside in the rain, it will like drops the heart level very much. It can be as like half. I think I tested before, and I think all of my cows from 10 hearts dropped to 6 hearts in one night of rain, one rainy night, which is, I think, is really a bad thing. So for this past 2 years of the game, I actually employ a game shark to just ensure the weather is always sunny. That actually helps a lot in the speeding the game, and to be actually make the playlist even faster. Otherwise we will keep playing until I don't know how many more videos, you know. Yeah, so I guess this is it. Thank you so much for everyone for watching this video so far. I actually started this project like early in 2018, which is almost 2.5 years ago. I originally uploaded every 2 weeks. I played and then edit and then upload every 2 weeks, and then after this coronavirus situation, I actually are able to play more and actually make the frequency to weekly. And it has been a challenge, you know, in playing the game, editing it, and then also need to balance my real life schedule as well. But it has been a good ride, and I'm very happy that I actually completed this master walkthrough of Harvest Moon Back to Nature, which is my childhood game. It's still a very nice game, you should play it. But of course, now what's next? I will probably play the remake of this game, which is Story of Seasons of Friends of Mineral Town. Yeah, so I guess this is it, and thank you so much for watching, guys, and then I will see you in my next video. Take care and bye bye.